Hi. I'm sure we all know what a wonder the human body is in the way it is designed for infinite possibilities in our lifetimes. One of the most fascinating codes of the human body is that of movement, physical movement. While we all have our individual reasons to move, and we must, for example, a mom to be might cross train to carry her baby. Someone has a hectic lifestyle and loves a swim after that. My dad loves just his morning yoga routine because it sets him up for the day. I know someone who loves skateboarding because there's no greater thrill than that. But there is one universal reason that underlies all our reasoning, and that is that through physical movement, our access and understanding of the world, and through that of ourselves, expands. This is happening since we were born. Think of a child, or when you were one. It starts with kicks and punches in the air to say, hey, do you see? I'm here. This is me. Listen to me. And then you somehow tumble over and you're on your tummy. That means you can prop yourself up and your vision expands into the world. And somehow you end up on your knees and palms. And you discover your first locomotion, crawling. With that comes strength. That's your first introduction to strength. And with that strength comes access to objects, and which means you can pull yourself up, bring all your mischief into the world, and mischief means exploration. So you also make a lot of sounds at that time. And with that, you become a biped, standing on your feet, learning how to walk. Learning how to walk means independence, autonomy, decision-making, but that also means risk. But risk is a friend. Risk means awareness, self-awareness, awareness of the world. And with awareness means the senses have to get better at what they do. They start sharpening up. And then comes balance. With balance comes cycling and running and dancing. And with that comes games and society, spaces, structure, understanding who you are and what the world is relative to human connection. And so on, it goes on forever. I say it goes on forever because it does. Only our choices and approach and consistency of pursuing these movements refines as we age. For example, we may take to treks for a sense of achievement from an otherwise steady routine. Or you may go on to pursue that skateboarding that was just a thrill, to go on to become an international inspiration, and so on. Only in childhood, it's really accelerated and visible, but it never stops. I have moved all my life as a skater, dancer, mountaineering, hiking, and then finally to parkour, which became a decade-long career for me from 2014 to 2024 in parkour and body movement with my company Vanar Shala based out of Gurgaon. This is parkour. This year, because my first love was dancing, I decided to give dancing a shot professionally. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it led me to creating my new solo venture from now on, which is Dancing with Life, where I, as a visionary and a speaker, will bring wisdom to live life with ease and individuality to the world. But this hasn't been a one decision. It's been a journey of continued self-discovery and resilience, because a lot of failure as well. When I was in my professional interior design job, I walked into my first parkour class. And now you know that I never looked back. Despite being convinced early by my father that perhaps my love for dance and sport is just a hobby as we commonly see it, one life-changing trek made me decide that I'm not going back to office. I came back I quit my interior design job and took on the identity systematically to become a professional athlete, coach, entrepreneur, and also went on to become the designer of parkour spaces. So you see, movement truly expanded and gave me lived experiences to become who I could be. One of the most recent examples of how my world literally expanded with movement is that I backpacked across Europe for 84 days with all my stuff on my body, hopping cities and couches with independence, spontaneity, and joy. Of course, I love the journey, but what I love most is who I became after it and through it. A quiet dream I had of swimming freely in a natural water body also came true on this trip. A few months earlier, my heart nudged me to go learn how to swim when my trip wasn't even planned. I simply followed. Little did I know that a few months later, I would be swimming in a lake in Europe. In such mysterious ways, I noticed throughout my life and the others around me that our soul has a pattern. It's as if in a cheeky but genius ways, our soul knows exactly what lived experiences to lead us to that will unfold our unique essence. But what we must do is move into them. For my life, I specifically got the gifts of dancing, mountaineering, parkour, swimming, and each of them became keystones to who I am today, way beyond physicality. In this way, movement has immense potential to help us meet our beautiful, unique essence. But how do these movements practically materialize? These nudges and pulls that come to us via movements are actually inclinations from our heart and intuition that are clues that are leading us to a certain precious treasure within, that of our unique individuality. Visualize yourself playing the common childhood game, treasure hunt. Imagine you're playing a city-level treasure hunt in a city that's new for you. You have countless clues to choose from. They are of many different kinds. You do something, you get somewhere, you ask someone. You choose them as you like. And it's beautiful to note that as you do that, while the city remains the same for everyone, for you, it blossoms and expands exactly how you participated in it, as per your enthusiasm, what drew you closer, and what you chose to do with it. For example, perhaps one clue led you to an unforgettably gorgeous park, and you love parks. And one clue led you to this bike ride that you'd probably never want to do again. You're sure about that? And one clue was so frustrating, it made you angry and hateful in a way you never knew you could be. But that kind stranger who helped you with that clue is still one of your closest friends. Exactly this way, movement brings to us lived experiences that help us access layers of ourselves that only living those experiences can. It's important to note that whatever your intention to move may have been in the beginning, may or may not be the final outcome. In fact, I would say it's irrelevant. It does not matter if you set out to ace international championships or change your stress level through your yoga class, or you were only cross-training because you were about to have a baby. It does not matter. If it has affected your inner world and your heart and pulled to it and you have followed, it will lead to expansion beyond your logical understanding. You will feel this yourself through your own feelings and experiences. When we lead into what has been nudging or pulling us or our curiosity, what it reveals generally through feelings is as if colors of our inner spectrum like these vibrant hues waiting for us to do that so they can come through and shine. And as we move, these colors keep revealing itself. That's why it's said jumping with joy, rolling with laughter, swimming in depths. Because we move as we feel, and we feel the way we move, and as within, so without. So the more we continue to reveal these colors of our inner spectrum, the more our reality continues to expand in meaningful ways. For example, the determination and clarity with which you set your daily runs make you an impeccable entrepreneur in the days to come. Or the sense of belonging and softness and expression you felt in your dance classes help you bring your ideas with confidence to the world. It's greatly likely that that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Scientifically speaking as well, when we move, entire worlds are shifting within. So even if we think we're just going for that one parkour session and exploring something with a friend, your world is learning what temperature feels good, who feels like trustworthy, what risk can you take today, and what you can plan for future. In this way, so much happens when you're doing one single movement. Movement code works exactly like the code of your other favorites. Your favorite fruit, musician, artist, place. Everything that attracts us calls us because it has a secret key to a color within us that's waiting to be revealed by us moving into that experience. So move, not just because you should, but because that's how you will discover the beautiful life that waits uniquely for you. Thank you.